Good morning viewers, apnian sab ke Good Morning Nagaland de swagat korese. Moi se chumangla phom, aji phujur bi apnian sab nimi de scripture portion ekta inka puri dias. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Psalms chapter 23 verse 1 to 3. Isoro mahala shepherd ase dai mahala de thagi shagule mahan iku mon chinta krobule nai. Dai ra mahan ge khabule laga nilibi lagawole laga nilibi mahan lagi thaga laga sob dai ra dibo. Mahan ge kiman duk suk ahilebi dai ra mahan ge rasta khulai dibo aro dai ra mahan la atma ge refresh kori dibo. Jadi mohan tai lode thagi shegole mohan la paths bi mohan la rasta bi tai brahi khule digina tai brahi guide kori dibo. Aida mohan thought of the day de jab. Thought of the day. The Lord is our shepherd, guiding, providing and restoring. Even in valleys, He is with us, offering comfort and peace. Isoro mahala shepherd ase, tai brahi mahange guide kori de, tai brahi mahange provide kori, aro tai brahi mahange restore kori. Man ki de thaki shugulebi, ki la jaga de thakilebi, ki laga situation de thakilebi, ki la condition de thakilebi, tai bra mohange rasta khulai dibo, aro khabole laga huilebi, nilibi lagawole laga huilebi, nilibi mohan lagi thaga lagi ase, tai brahi mohange provide krubo. Kili kolei tai mohan la isor ase, tai mohan lo de thaki, itu garni mokhan bi tai laga de thaki shugule do, mohan la jivan do blessing bra phota hoi jao. Ida mahan hymnal ekta hunyo.
Itu ozol pujur de biswas manu uti jabo. Manu uti surgo de jisu logo taki jabo. Jisu he basilwa manu sob dosti hom jabo. Kitya na matibo moy jagot hobo. Kitya na matibo surgo. Matibo moy jagot hobo. Prabhu Jisu namde. Dim par kam kuri takibo moy. Tar asorit moram kotha gobo mo. Prithibi laga kam tu khotom kuri sogor jabo. Kitya na matibo moy jagot hobo. Kitya na matibo sorgo. Matibo moy jagot hobo.
Idaman poem di jabo ajila poem la topic to Daffodils ase by William Wordsworth.
Daffodils. I wandered lonely as a cloud, that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a cloud, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretch in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprinkly dance. The waves beside them dance, but they outdid the sprinkling waves in glee. A poet could not be but gay. In such a jocund company, I gazed and gazed, but little thought what world the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, there flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils.
Idaman healthy tips se jawo ajila healthy tips a topic to measles is I bitula baridi saiso.
It spreads through Let's discuss on measles. Measles is a viral disease which is highly contagious and affects mostly children. It spreads through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes, causing a total body skin rash and flu-like symptoms. Before the introduction of the measles vaccine in 1963 and widespread vaccination, major epidemics occurred approximately every 2 to 3 years and caused an estimated 2.6 million deaths each year. An estimated 107,500 people died from measles in 2023, mostly children under the age of 5 years. Despite the availability of a safe and cost-effective vaccine, the first symptoms of a measles infection are usually a cough, runny nose, fever, red and watery eyes. Kids also may have goblet spots called as small red dots with blue-white centers inside the mouth before the rash starts. The rash begins about 3 to 5 days after exposure, usually on the face and upper neck. It spreads over about 3 days, eventually to the hands and feet. It usually lasts 5 to 6 days before fading, sometimes along with a high fever up to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. The rash usually begins as fat red spots on the forehead. On darker skin, these spots may be harder to see. The rash then spreads to the rest of the face, then down the neck and to the arms, legs and feet. The fever and rash slowly goes away after a few days. Who is at risk? Any non-immune person, not vaccinated or vaccinated but did not develop immunity, can become infected. Unvaccinated young children and pregnant persons are at highest risk of severe measles complications. If a woman catches measles during pregnancy, this can be dangerous for the mother and can result in her baby being born prematurely with a low birth weight. Complications are most common in children under 5 years and adults over age 30. They are most likely in children who are malnourished, especially those without enough vitamin A or with a weak immune system from HIV or other diseases. Measles itself also weakens the immune system and can make the body forget how to protect itself against infections, leaving children extremely vulnerable. Is measles contagious? Measles is very contagious. In fact, 9 out of 10 people who aren't vaccinated for measles will get it if they are near an infected person. How do people get measles? Measles spread when people breathe in or have direct contact with virus-infected fluid. It can pass through droplets spread into the air when someone with measles sneezes or coughs. Some people usually show symptoms 6 to 21 days later after they are exposed to the virus. People with measles can spread the disease as early as 5 days before the rash starts and until 4 days after. People with weak immune system due to other conditions can spread the measles virus longer, until they recover. How is measles treated? There is no specific medical cure for measles. Caregiving should focus on relieving symptoms, making the person comfortable, and preventing complications by giving your child plenty of fluids, encouraging extra rest, giving a non-aspirin fever medicine such as acetaminophen or ibuprofen, if a fever makes your child uncomfortable. Never give aspirin to a child or teen who has a viral illness, as such use is linked to Reye syndrome, which can be life-threatening. Drinking enough water and treatments for dehydration can replace fluids lost to diarrhea or vomiting. Eating a healthy diet is also important. Children with measles should be kept away from others for 4 days after the rash appears. For those with a weak immune system, this should continue until they make a full recovery and all symptoms are gone. All children or adults with measles should receive 2 doses of vitamin A supplements, given 24 hours apart. This restores low vitamin A levels that occur even in well-nourished children. It can help prevent eye damage and blindness. Vitamin A supplements may also reduce the number of measles deaths. Why is vaccination important? Widespread immunization has made measles uncommon in the US, but outbreaks do still happen. An outbreak is when a disease happens in greater numbers than expected in a particular area. Measles outbreaks have been increasing worldwide, mostly spreading from people who are not vaccinated. It's important for all kids who can get the vaccine to get it on time. When a lot of other people are immunized against the disease, it protects them, prevents the disease from spreading, and helps prevent outbreaks. When should you call the doctor? Call the doctor right away if you think that your child has measles. Also call if your child was around someone who has measles, especially if your child is an infant, is taking medicines that suppress the immune system, has tuberculosis, cancer, or a disease that affects the immune system, hasn't gotten 2 doses of the measles vaccine. Can measles be prevented? Community-wide vaccination is the most effective way to prevent measles. All children should be vaccinated against measles. The vaccine is safe, effective, and inexpensive. Children should receive 2 doses of the vaccine to ensure they are immune. The first dose is usually given at 9 months of age in countries where measles is common and 12 to 15 months in other countries. A second dose should be given later in childhood, usually at 15 to 18 months. The measles vaccine is given alone or often combined with vaccines from mumps, rubella, or varicella. Routine measles vaccination combined with mass immunization campaigns in countries with high case rates are crucial for reducing global measles deaths. The measles vaccine is also used in emergencies to stop outbreaks from spreading. Let's discuss on
Nltv healthy tips are the topic of migraine.
Disorder that affect migraine headache. A migraine headache is more than just an ordinary headache. It is a neurological disorder that affects millions of people around the world. Characterized by intense throbbing pain, usually on one side of the head, migraines can significantly interfere with a person's daily activities. Along with pain, migraines often bring symptoms like nausea, sensitivity to light and sound, and even visual disturbances. What is a migraine? A migraine is a chronic neurological condition that causes recurring headaches, often accompanied by other symptoms such as vomiting, dizziness, and visual changes. These headaches can last from a few hours to several days and are known for their severity. Migraines are often divided into 2 main types: migraine with aura and migraine without aura. The aura refers to visual or sensory warning signs that may appear before the headache begins, such as flashing lights, zigzag patterns, or numbness. Causes and triggers. While the exact cause of migraines is not fully understood, research suggests that they are related to changes in the brain and abnormalities in the levels of certain chemicals such as serotonin. Migraines can also run in families, indicating a genetic component. Common triggers include emotional stress, hormonal changes, irregular sleep patterns, skipping meals, certain food like chocolate, cheese, or processed meats, alcohol and caffeine, bright lights, loud noises, or strong smells. Weather changes. Symptoms of migraine. Migraine symptoms can vary from person to person, but the most common include severe throbbing pain, nausea and vomiting, sensitivity to light, sound, or smell, blurred vision or temporary vision loss, fatigue or confusion even after the headache subsides. In some people, migraines are preceded by a warning stage called an aura, which can involve visual changes or tingling sensations. Treatment and management. Migraines have no permanent cure, but they can be managed through medication and lifestyle changes. Medications include pain relievers like ibuprofen or paracetamol for mild attacks, triptans and ergotamines for more severe migraines, anti-nausea drug if vomiting is present, preventive medication to reduce the frequency and severity of attacks. Lifestyle changes include maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, avoiding non-food or environmental triggers, managing stress through relaxation techniques, yoga, or meditation. Staying well hydrated, keeping a migraine diary to track patterns and triggers. When to see a doctor. Medical help should be sought if headaches are frequent or unusually severe. Migraines are accompanied by vision changes, confusion, or weakness. Over-the-counter medicines no longer provide relief. The headaches interfere with daily life. Neurologists may recommend tests like MRI or CT scans to rule out other conditions and to tailor a treatment plan specific to the individual. Migraines are a serious and often misunderstood condition. Unlike common headaches, they can be debilitating and significantly impact quality of life. While there is no complete cure, with the right combination and medication, lifestyle changes, and trigger management, migraines can be effectively controlled. Greater awareness and understanding of this condition can lead to better care, early diagnosis, and improved outcomes for those affected.
Viewers, hodai apni hange dunia la jana mana jaga places famous jaga kan apni hange hodai updates ti dage dunishina ajibi ekta ani dia se tula topic to Mount Saramadi la porde se ibi tula porde saisau.
Namir village in the Gifri district along the Mount Saramadi is the highest peak in Nagaland, India, standing at an elevation of approximately 3,826 meters with a prominence of 2,885 meters. It is located near Namir village in the Gifri district along the India-Myanmar border. Saramadi is a peak rising above the surrounding peaks at the mountainous border of Nagaland state and the Saikyong region, Burma. Saramadi is one of the ultra-prominent peaks of Southeast Asia. It is the abode of one of the pristine forests of Nagaland and house to the variety of flora and fauna. It is part of the Naga Hills, which are a section of the larger Patkai mountain range. How to reach Mount Saramadi? By air, the nearest airport is in Dimapur, Nagaland. By train, Dimapur railway station is the closest railhead. By road, from Dimapur, take a bus or taxi to Kifuri, 12 to 14 hours. From Kifuri, shared cabs are available to Bongro, approximately 50 km. Thanamir village is about 5 hours from Bongro by road. Notable features: highest peak of Nagaland and one of the most prominent peaks in Southeast Asia. Offers 360-degree panoramic views of the surrounding hills of Nagaland and neighboring Myanmar. Known for ultra prominence, making it visually and geographically distinct. The summit is often snow-covered in the winter months, creating a rare sight in this part of northeast India. Home to dense forests, high-altitude meadows, and unique biodiversity. Trekking road. 3 to 4 days trek round trip requires moderate to high fitness due to steep climbs and rough trails. Local guides are available and recommended, mandatory for safety and cultural respect. Flora and fauna. Flora, the slopes of Saramadi are covered with dense temperate forests, including rhododendron species, beautiful blooms in April to May, vine forest, bamboo groves, orchids, and various wildflowers. Fauna, The surrounding region is rich in biodiversity and forms part of the larger Indo-Burma biodiversity hotspot. How do species such as barking deer, leopards, rarely sighted, Himalayan black bear, numerous species of birds, including hornbills, bisons, and warblers, diverse insect life and butterflies. Winter conditions. Winter months, December to February, the summit is often snow-covered, a striking contrast to Nagaland's generally tropical climate. Temperatures can drop well below freezing at higher altitudes. The trek becomes more challenging due to icy trails and cold winds, best for experienced trekkers during this time. Recommended months to visit: October to November for clear skies and moderate weather, April to May for blooming rhododendrons, December to January for snow if properly equipped. Cultural significance: Sacred peak to many Naga tribes, especially the Yumkyung Naga community of Tanamir and surrounding areas. Part of oral history and folklore of the Nagas. Many locals believe the peak is home to ancestral spirits and forest guardians. The Tanamir villagers consider the mountain part of their cultural identity. The trek often includes interaction with local villages, where one can experience traditional Naga hospitality and culture. Mount Saramadi is famous for trekking, considered one of the most adventurous and scenic treks in Northeast India. Panoramic views of Nagaland and Myanmar. Biodiversity, home to rare plant and animal life. Snow-clad summit in winter, a rarity in Nagaland. Tanamir apples. The village at the base of the trek is renowned for apple cultivation. Cultural experience, staying in Naga villages and learning about tribal traditions. Photographic destination, beautiful landscapes, rare birds, and dramatic sunrises. Nearby attractions: Thagum Wildlife Sanctuary, located at the base of Mount Saramadi. This sanctuary is a heaven for bird watchers and nature enthusiasts. Limestone caves. Villages like Salomi and Mimi house unexplored limestone caves, offering opportunities for caving adventures. Tizu River, a nearby river where activities like angling and wild honey harvesting are popular among Nagas. Environmental considerations. In January 2024, a fire caused by negligent trekkers raised the top surface of Mount Saramati, highlighting the need for responsible trekking practices. Trekkers are urged to be cautious and ensure that campfires are properly extinguished to prevent such incidents. Recommended care. For a safe and comfortable trekking experience, consider the following care: footwear, waterproof hiking boots like the Saliwa Crow GTX waterproof mountaineering boots offer excellent grip and ankle support. Backpack. A durable backpack such as the lifelong travel backpack can help carry essentials comfortably. Camping equipment. The essential camping kit for two includes necessary items for overnight stays. Cooking gear. Compact cookware sets like the Big Reed Backpacking Camping cookware are useful for preparing meals during the trek. Embarking on the Mount Saramati trek offers not just a challenging adventure but also an opportunity to immerse oneself in the rich cultural and natural heritage of Nagaland. Proper preparation and respect for the environment will ensure a memorable and responsible trekking experience. Mount Saramadi, standing tall as the highest peak in Nagaland, is not just a geographical landmark but also a symbol of natural beauty, cultural heritage, and ecological diversity. Its snow-capped summit, rich biodiversity, and the deep spiritual significance it holds for the local Naga tribes make it a truly unique destination. For adventures, it offers a challenging yet rewarding trek. For nature lovers, a glimpse into untouched forests and rare wildlife. And for cultural explorers, a chance to experience the hospitality and traditions of the indigenous communities. As we strive to explore and appreciate such pristine places, it is equally important to practice responsible tourism. preserving the natural environment and respecting the local cultures that make Mount Saramadi such a treasured part of the Nagaland's identity. Mount Saramadi is the highest peak in Nagaland, India, standing at an elevation of approximately 3,826 meters with a prominence of 2,885 meters. It is located near
Ito tayo siya Mount Saramadi la जानकारी. Ita mahan weather Nagaland la weather forecast janai দিব. Parent maximum 27 degrees Celsius to minimum 21 degrees Celsius. Dimapur maximum 33 degrees Celsius to minimum 26 degrees Celsius. Kohima maximum 23 degrees Celsius to minimum 17 degrees Celsius. Peg maximum 26 degrees Celsius to minimum 17 degrees Celsius. Waka maximum 31 degrees Celsius to minimum 24 degrees Celsius. Zunabodho maximum 22 degrees Celsius to minimum 16 degrees Celsius. Kifri maximum 26 degrees Celsius to minimum 20 degrees Celsius. Mokokchu maximum 27 degrees Celsius to minimum 20 degrees Celsius. Tunsang maximum 21 degrees Celsius to minimum 14 degrees Celsius. Mon maximum 27 degrees Celsius to minimum 21 degrees Celsius. Longlang maximum 22 degrees Celsius to minimum 16 degrees Celsius. Noklak maximum 21 degrees Celsius to minimum 14 degrees Celsius. Ito weather report loigina Good Morning Nagaland yate khatam kuri asa updates pai thakule sai thakibi Nagaland TV.